What if I told you that Vladimir Putin doesn't just live like a billionaire, he lives like an emperor? Hidden on Russia's Black Sea coast lies a $1.3 billion palace so extravagant it left Donald Trump speechless. From gold-layered columns to an underground ice rink, every inch radiates power and secrecy. Stay until the end, because we'll reveal the one private feature inside this fortress that even Trump could never build. The secret kingdom on the Black Sea. Hidden between forested cliffs and the endless horizon of the Black Sea lies Vladimir Putin's private empire, a secret kingdom known as the Gelendzhik Palace complex. Spanning over 74 hectares, this estate isn't merely a home, it's a microstate built for one man. Satellite imagery reveals its sheer scale, a self-contained world complete with vineyards, gardens, tunnels, and guarded perimeters stretching into the sea. Locals call it Russia's forbidden zone, where entry is restricted by air, land, and water under federal security orders. The main complex sits perched above a cliff, overlooking the Black Sea like a modern fortress. Its design merges classical imperial architecture with cutting-edge surveillance technology. Every wall, corridor, and gate was planned to convey dominance. Beneath its golden facade, however, lies something far more extraordinary, a subterranean network that turns the estate into a self-sustaining city. Deep tunnels connect the palace directly to a secret underground port, allowing yachts and supply vessels to dock unseen. The structure is fortified with concrete rated to withstand military-grade explosives, and its ventilation system filters both air and toxins, a level of precaution reserved for heads of state during wartime. The property's infrastructure rivals that of small nations. It has its own power plant, desalination system, and water reservoir, ensuring complete independence from the local grid. A private helipad welcomes visiting dignitaries, while roads leading to the estate are lined with anti-drone towers and motion sensors. Construction costs have exceeded $1.3 billion, though insiders suggest maintenance alone runs into the tens of millions annually. Surrounding the estate, manicured vineyards stretch toward the horizon, producing wine served only to an elite few within the Kremlin's inner circle. From above, the palace looks like a symbol of wealth, but up close it feels like something else entirely, a fortress built not for comfort, but for control. A kingdom where luxury exists only to remind the world who truly holds the power. The imperial entrance, gates of gold and power. The entrance to Vladimir Putin's palace doesn't welcome visitors, it announces dominance. Standing over 20 feet tall, the golden double-headed eagle gates gleam like molten sunlight, each feather sculpted from solid bronze and layered with 24-karat gold leaf. It's not just decoration, it's a declaration, the ancient symbol of imperial Russia reborn under modern power. Beyond the gates lies a driveway lined with marble balustrades and guarded by discreet security posts hidden beneath ornamental statues, every movement tracked by thermal sensors embedded in the pavement. As the gates swing open, the first impression is overwhelming. The grand entrance hall, larger than most European ballrooms, is floored in Italian marble, heated by natural geothermal springs, a luxury engineered to maintain a constant warmth through the cold Black Sea winters. The 12-meter ceilings shimmer with hand-painted frescoes, pigments ground from lapis lazuli, sapphire, and malachite, mixed by Italian artisans who spent over 5 years completing them. Every column rises like a sculpture, crafted from the same Carrara marble once used by Michelangelo, their bases and capitals plated in gold. Above them hang Swarovski and Baccarat chandeliers worth over $5 million, casting reflections that dance across the gold thread draperies and polished stone. Each light fixture is custom-fitted with scent diffusers, releasing faint notes of oud and amber, creating an atmosphere of both warmth and intimidation. At the far end of the hall stands a sweeping double staircase with carved ebony railings and illuminated steps that respond to movement, each one glowing softly as it's touched. Behind the staircase, a mural depicts Russian imperial conquests in gilded relief, hinting that this is more than architecture, it's political theater in marble form. For Putin, even the entrance serves a purpose. Every guest who walks through these golden doors steps into history, hierarchy, and spectacle. If this is just the doorway, can you imagine what waits deeper inside his billion-dollar empire? The grand reception hall, where diplomacy feasts. The grand reception hall inside Vladimir Putin's Black Sea Palace is not a room, it's an empire under a ceiling. Spanning more than 1,000 square meters, this hall was built for one purpose: to project power through architecture. The space cost an estimated $100 million, and every inch was designed to overwhelm. Its golden barrel vault ceiling, layered in 24-karat leaf, reflects soft light across marble staircases that appear to glow from within. Each step is fitted with fiber optic glass, turning movement itself into choreography. The walls are a study in contradiction, ornate yet disciplined. Rare ebony and rosewood panels line the lower sections, their surfaces polished by hand and inlaid with mother-of-pearl patterns depicting Russian folklore. Above them, gilded moldings trace the curves of arches painted by Italian artisans flown in from Florence. No single brushstroke is accidental. The pigments themselves were ground from precious stones: turquoise, malachite, and lapis lazuli. At the center of the room stands a 12-meter dining table carved from Turkish walnut, polished to a mirror finish. Around it, gold-threaded velvet chairs imported from Milan sit beneath a chandelier weighing nearly a ton, hung from a structural mount reinforced with titanium to bear its weight. The lighting system is programmable: soft amber tones for private dinners, daylight simulation for diplomatic meetings. Behind discrete panels lies a corridor leading to the professional-grade kitchen complex, fitted with Viking industrial stoves, precision refrigeration units, and specialized rooms for meat aging and fish smoking. These facilities rival those of Michelin-starred restaurants, staffed by chefs trained in Paris and St. Petersburg. Even the acoustics were engineered to perfection. Hidden beneath the marble floor lies a sound absorption grid, ensuring voices carry just enough to command attention without echo. Every gathering in this room, be it political or personal, is staged to feel like a performance. It's not just where guests dine, it's where power eats in silence, beneath a ceiling that glows like the sun itself. The private residence, silence behind silk and gold. The private residence of Vladimir Putin's Black Sea Palace feels less like living quarters and more like a sacred vault of comfort, silence, and control. Spanning 260 square meters, the master suite is an orchestration of rare materials and calculated opulence. Every surface gleams with wealth. Walls paneled in rosewood and French oak, polished to a mirror finish and sealed with hand-rubbed oils that deepen in color under candlelight. The curtains are woven from French silk, layered with gold thread embroidery, each drape costing over $40,000. The centerpiece of the suite is the bed, a custom-built structure framed in carved mahogany, inlaid with gold filigree, and resting on a platform of Italian marble. The mattress itself was commissioned from a luxury manufacturer in Switzerland, filled with hand-combed cashmere and Arctic goose down. Beside it, a pair of antique bronze lamps, valued at $120,000, cast a soft amber glow across the room. Every piece of furniture is handmade, down to the nightstands fitted with miniature humidifiers that regulate air moisture to preserve the delicate woodwork. The adjoining bathroom redefines extravagance. Lined with Calacatta marble sourced from Carrara, it features a gold-plated bathtub carved from a single block of stone, surrounded by faucets of hand-blown Murano glass. Embedded into the mirror is a digital display showing temperature, humidity, and even sea conditions outside. Warmed marble floors lead to a private sauna scented with cedarwood and infused with vaporized essential oils. Then there is the air itself, controlled by a $2 million aromatherapy system that releases notes of ambergris, oud, and Siberian pine, changing subtly with the time of day. Even the silence is engineered. Soundproofing layers within the walls ensure total privacy from the rest of the palace. Here, luxury doesn't shout, it whispers. The suite isn't just designed for rest, but for isolation. It's where the man who controls Russia retreats from the noise of nations, surrounded by materials older than empires, in a room built to make the world disappear. A palace of pleasure, entertainment beyond royalty. Hidden deep within the palace lies a realm devoted entirely to indulgence, the palace of pleasure, where entertainment itself becomes an art form. The private 8K laser theater, worth over $15 million, rivals Hollywood's finest. Its walls are upholstered in crimson Italian velvet, while gold-leaf ceiling panels reflect soft amber light across heated leather recliners, each equipped with individual touchscreens for lighting, temperature, and even scent selection. The air is infused with subtle notes of cedar and tobacco from an aromatherapy system synced to the soundtrack, creating an immersive cinematic experience designed to overwhelm the senses. The sound system, engineered by German acoustic specialists, is built around Dolby Atmos architecture, calibrated to deliver three-dimensional sound that can replicate everything from an orchestra to a whisper behind the ear. Each of the 32 speakers is custom mount into panels carved from ebony wood, ensuring flawless resonance. The projection booth houses dual 8K projectors that blend seamlessly, capable of displaying footage in full HDR clarity on a screen the size of a two-story wall. Next door, the music salon carries an entirely different mood, a space built for intimacy and precision. At its heart stands a century-old Steinway grand piano, restored in Hamburg and valued at $600,000. The room's walls, paneled in sound-treated rosewood, allow for flawless acoustics, while a crystal chandelier suspended from silver filigree scatters light like stardust across the polished floor. Here, private concerts are held for a handful of guests, accompanied by musicians flown in from Moscow and Vienna. Beyond that lies the gaming and lounge suite, styled after 19th century Italian salons. The furniture is wrapped in hand-stitched calfskin leather, and tables of onyx and brass gleam under low candlelight. The atmosphere feels more royal than modern, a deliberate choice, because in this wing, entertainment isn't leisure, it's legacy. It shows that even relaxation in Putin's world must project mastery, order, and absolute control. The Cellars of Indulgence, wine and smoke. Beneath the palace's marble floors lies a different kind of treasure. The Cellars of Indulgence, a world devoted to silence, scent, and time. The air is cooler here, perfumed faintly with oak, dust, and history. At its heart sits a $40 million wine cellar, carved directly into limestone, lined with arched vaults reminiscent of ancient Roman catacombs. Inside, more than 3,000 bottles rest behind temperature-controlled glass, each one guarded by an AI climate system that maintains humidity to 0.1%. The oldest vintages date back to the 18th century, sourced from Bordeaux, Burgundy, and rare Russian vineyards that no longer exist. Crystal decanters stand like sculptures on polished stone pedestals, while automated trolleys glide silently between aisles, designed to deliver bottles to the dining hall above without human interference. Lighting is deliberately dim, calibrated to preserve the labels and cork integrity. Every inch of this room exists to serve one purpose: preserving perfection. Next to the wine vault lies the cigar salon, paneled in Spanish cedarwood that breathes the scent of luxury itself. Custom humidors, lined with silk and fitted with precision dehumidifiers, hold limited edition Cohibas, Davidoffs, and pre-revolution Cuban cigars, each cigar individually logged and valued. Some boxes are worth over $100,000, containing tobacco leaves aged longer than a vintage cognac. The room's design evokes old Havana, muted amber lighting, green marble floors, and deep leather chairs surrounded by brass ashtrays engraved with imperial crests. Air circulates through an ionized ventilation system that eliminates smoke without dulling aroma, maintaining the fragrance of each cigar to its final draw. This subterranean haven is where indulgence becomes ritual. Down here, time slows to the rhythm of taste and patience. The world above may operate in politics and power, but beneath the palace, every sip and every puff is measured, catalogued, and remembered. An empire preserved in oak and flame. The sanctuary of wellness, where power rejuvenates. Hidden beneath the palace's golden halls lies a world where opulence meets endurance. The sanctuary of wellness, a realm built not for display, but for preservation. The centerpiece is an 800 square meter indoor pool, tiled with over 2 million Venetian glass mosaics that shimmer like liquid jewels under a canopy of hand-painted ceilings. Each mosaic tile was individually placed by Italian craftsmen, forming underwater scenes of mythic sea creatures and coral patterns inspired by the Black Sea. The water is purified through a dual filtration system using Himalayan salts and silver ions, ensuring clarity that rivals crystal. Above the pool, chandeliers made from hand-cut quartz scatter light like sunlight through water, while the air remains a perfect 28 degrees Celsius, maintained by geothermal heating vents. Alongside the pool, a marble terrace leads into a Turkish hammam paneled in alabaster, its steam infused with cedar and eucalyptus oils. In the adjoining cedar sauna, gold leaf panels catch the dim light, turning heat into spectacle. Even the towels bear woven emblems of the double-headed eagle, small details in a kingdom obsessed with symbolism. The fitness pavilion rives Olympic training centers. Equipped with virtual reality treadmills and biometric monitors, it tracks muscle stress, oxygen levels and heart rate in real time, data displayed on invisible holographic screens. The equipment itself, custom designed in Germany, costs more than $1 million, making the gym not just functional, but futuristic. Yet the most extraordinary space lies below, the 3,000 square meter underground ice rink, the only private one of its kind. Its surface is cooled by liquid nitrogen channels running beneath polished ice, while the heated spectator seats are upholstered in Icelandic sheep fur for comfort against the cold. Here, sport turns ceremonial. The hum of refrigeration blends with orchestral music playing through hidden speakers, creating an atmosphere of frozen elegance. This is luxury transformed into endurance, a place where the body trains, the air heals, and power itself is kept in perfect physical form. The invisible fortress, security of a superpower. Beyond the marble and gold, Putin's palace conceals something even more formidable. Its security architecture. Hidden beneath the aesthetics of luxury lies a network of defense systems designed with military precision. The main gates and external walls are reinforced with ballistic-grade steel and bulletproof glass, capable of withstanding direct fire. Every access point, from corridors to private elevators, requires dual biometric verification, a retina scan combined with voice recognition. No door handle exists by chance, even the hinges are engineered to seal automatically in emergencies. Inside the complex, several safe rooms are lined with Kevlar-reinforced panels, soundproof and blast-resistant. Each is equipped with independent oxygen supplies and temperature regulators to survive chemical or biological attacks. Hidden beneath the main residence is a command suite connected by encrypted fiber-optic cables directly to Moscow's secure communication grid. Within seconds, the palace can switch from leisure estate to operational bunker, complete with satellite uplinks and tactical monitoring displays. Sensors built into floors and ceilings detect pressure changes, movement and heat signatures, automatically alerting guards of unauthorized presence. The surveillance system integrates thermal imaging, facial recognition and drone defense technology, creating a perimeter that cannot be approached undetected. Even the air and water are controlled. A private filtration plant purifies all incoming supplies, while an automated lockdown system can seal the palace in under 20 seconds, turning it into an impenetrable capsule. Maintenance of these defense systems reportedly costs over $10 million annually, managed by a specialized team of engineers and former intelligence operatives. For all its beauty, this isn't just a palace. It's a fortress disguised as art. Every wall, window and whisper of air is a reminder that luxury, in Putin's world, isn't for comfort, it's for control. The gallery of craftsmanship, where art becomes authority. Every palace claims to celebrate art, but within Putin's residence, craftsmanship itself becomes an instrument of power. Over 40 Italian and Russian artisans worked for more than a decade to complete the palace's decorative interiors, turning each corridor into a gallery of imperial authority. The ceilings alone are masterworks, painted with powdered pigments made from sapphire, lapis lazuli and jade, each layer applied with brushes tipped in mink hair. These pigments, worth thousands per gram, create colors that never fade under light or time. The walls flow seamlessly into carved wood panels, polished by hand with natural oils until they gleam like liquid bronze. Each section of oak and walnut was aged for years before carving, then rubbed more than 200 times to produce a soft, enduring glow. The result isn't warmth, it's immortality in texture. Furniture is treated not as decor but as relic. A single fossilized wood table, valued at $200,000, anchors the central gallery. Around it stand 18th century bronze statues imported from Parisian estates and carpets woven in Isfahan with threads of gold and pomegranate silk. Even the smallest fixtures, door handles, chair legs, lamp bases, are custom forged from bronze and plated in gold, ensuring no detail escapes control. The air itself feels curated. Chandeliers refract light through Venetian crystal, scattering colors like stained glass over frescoes and mosaic floors. As visitors walk the halls, the craftsman seems to shift from beauty into ideology, a silent message that creation here serves authority, not expression. Every surface whispers of permanence, of wealth transformed into mythology. In this palace, art isn't made to inspire emotion, it's made to command it. Trump's reaction: shock at a hidden empire. When Donald Trump was first shown the blueprints and photographs of Vladimir Putin's palace, even he, the man who branded luxury itself, was reportedly speechless. The former US president, known for gold elevators, crystal chandeliers and $100 million penthouses, described it as Versailles with nuclear security. For a man who built skyscrapers to reflect ambition, the Gelendzhik Palace revealed something different. Power turned architectural. Trump's own residences, Mar-a-Lago's Rococo halls, Trump Tower's marble atrium and his fleet of private jets represent a vision of wealth meant to impress. Putin's palace, however, isn't built to be admired. It's built to dominate. The difference is philosophical. Trump's opulence screams success while Putin's whispers sovereignty. His palace, fortified with bulletproof glass and gold-plated marble, embodies control that no market, boardroom or election can buy. Those close to Trump say his fascination wasn't jealousy, it was disbelief. He reportedly studied the photos in silence, fixated on the scale of the underground infrastructure, the 3,000 square meter ice rink, the fortified tunnels, the isolation that only true power can command. Observers called it a rare moment of humility from a man seldom impressed. Because, in the shadow of Putin's fortress, even Trump's empire felt fragile. A skyscraper built on business, staring at a kingdom built on permanence. What do you think? Does Putin's trillionaire lifestyle redefine power itself, or simply expose how far wealth can go when no one dares to question it? From marble halls carved from Michelangelo's quarry to crystal chandeliers worth millions, Vladimir Putin's trillionaire lifestyle isn't just wealth, it's architecture built to intimidate. His palace is a nation within walls, where power breathes through gold and silence. If this glimpse inside Donald Trump, shocked by Vladimir Putin's trillionaire lifestyle, amazed you, make sure to like, subscribe and share to support Billionaire Story. And stay tuned, because in part 2 we'll uncover Putin's secret yacht fleet, complete with submarines and a ballroom floating beneath the waves.